How's everyone doing? This is going to be my Christmas Blu-ray haul and other things I got for Christmas. You guys might have seen on my channel I did a Christmas gift exchange video and did a bunch of gifts there. In fact, I'm wearing a couple of gifts from that video. My John Carpenter's The Thing beanie and sweatshirt right there, which are friggin' amazing. Those are like two of my favorite things now. But I figured I'd go ahead and show you some other things that I got for Christmas. I know it's a little bit late, but better late than never. I did get some Blu-rays, all the Blu-rays I bought for myself. But I'll go ahead and show you. First off, my buddy on here, Reject Films, he sent me a Christmas card, which I think is amazing. I got to get some of these Christmas cards right here. Horror for the Holidays, artpusher.net, Joel Robinson. So I definitely plan to get this. That's pretty awesome with all the different Jasons right there, the 12 Jasons of Christmas. So I love that. And just as Merry Xmas, Have a Killer Christmas, Reject Films. I like the interior of that, very cool. I've always wanted to see a Friday the 13th in the snow, you know, snowy setting. The first one was set in New Jersey, and New Jersey has snow. We have snow right now. We got a bunch of snow just yesterday, so I don't know. That's awesome. Thank you so much. And he also sent a slipcover for the Belko Experiment, because when I got the Belko Experiment, it didn't have the slipcover, and so that is awesome. Now I feel like it's going to have its proper home. I feel like if I know a movie has a slipcover and I get it without the slipcover, I just feel like it's naked. It's being shamed. I gotta find it its proper clothing, its proper movie clothing right there. So that is awesome. I gotta go through all my movies and see which ones I need to find the slipcover for. I know I definitely need one from I believe Deliver Us from Evil had one, so I definitely want to get that one. There's a whole bunch of different ones that I need, but let's go ahead and get into some other goodies. I have another card right here. This was a handmade card, which I think is awesome. Right there, John Carpenter's The Thing, obviously my all-time favorite movie, and and this is you open it up right there, and I love that. So that's pretty cool. My friend Natalie got that for me, or made that for me, and then she gave me two things right here: Cards Against Humanity, like an expansion pack, the green box, which is pretty cool. I love the heck out of Cards Against Humanity. There's 300 cards in this little box, so that's a lot of cards. And then she also got me this Hallmark talking Beetlejuice right there, which I think is pretty cool. So I will put that up on the Christmas tree next year. I got a couple other of these like Hallmark talking ones. So and actually, now that I think about it, you know, I gotta make sure the batteries might be in those, so I'm hoping they might not be destroyed, because I think you're supposed to take the batteries out every year, otherwise they could get corroded and ruin the inside. So that's something I need to look into for sure. And then one of my friends, Danielle, got me a whole bunch of goodies. She's like, oh, I got this at the dollar store, you probably need a calendar. Except I already got a calendar at the liquor store, and then somebody else gave me a calendar. So I've got a bunch of calendars. This is actually a dual calendar. But I will find somewhere to put this. I've already actually got a calendar downstairs too. In fact, though, I don't remember where I put my... I got like 2 calendars from the liquor store. I don't remember where I put the other calendar. But she also got me these little mints, kind of like a novelty thing. Elf Poop, which they're wintergreen. They're just regular like mints right there. But they're cool. I like mints. I do eat a lot of gum and mints. And then she got me these. She actually said these were on sale during, like, you know, all the different stores. They had tons of stuff that were, you know, she got all these wrapping paper, like 50 cents or something like that. And then she said she got these, which I was shocked for. I don't know if it was at Target or not, but everything's on sale Christmas-wise. But she said they were 29 cents a pack, and she got like a bunch of them, and she, I guess, was giving them as gifts. But that's pretty awesome, because I actually went to my local ShopRite looking for these, and they didn't have them. Hot Cocoa Oreos. So that is awesome. I'm going to be doing, it says always made with real cocoa. I'm going to be doing a food review for this. She actually got me a couple Oreo ones for my birthday too, and I was going to I was like, you know, I'm going to do some food reviews for those, and then I ended up eating them both. So I am definitely going to try to, you know, make some restraint here and do an actual food review for this Hot Cocoa Oreos. It's still, you know, winter season obviously, so it still works. And then she got me, I don't know what's the, oh, nah, the card isn't anything horror related, so you guys don't really want to see that probably, but it's the sentiment. I like reading the cards. But she got me 3 Funko Pops. So that is pretty cool. And she said she wasn't sure which ones I had, but I didn't have any of them. I don't have a ton of Funko Pops. And I do like to display the Funko Pops out of the box. And I know, like I noticed this one's actually like, it's Carrie right there. It's kind of like beat up on the back. I could care less if the boxes are beat up because you probably can't even pick that up, but it's like dented in right there. But I know a lot of collectors would like freak out about that. But yeah, apparently somebody said that this back right here with the blood scene was like recalled. They like reissued the Carrie Funko Pop with like a different back that wasn't so bloody and gory looking. It's just like the picture of the Funko Pop in like, I don't know, yellow background essentially. Kind of like that, I guess. So that's interesting too. But there's Carrie, a classic right there. And I know Scream Factory did the recent release for it. And here's the figure, because I'm going to display them all outside like that. I don't know, I don't like keeping them in the boxes. And I also like to get my Funko Pops signed on the figure themselves. I know most people get them signed on the box, which I don't really understand that either, but so that is pretty cool. I dig the heck out of that, so that was a nice surprise. And then she got me Reagan from The Exorcist. I haven't seen the TV show, but I heard good things about the TV show. So that is pretty gross looking. And this one I can actually see, like, you maybe want to keep the box for this one because it has, like, the green splatter right there, vomitous and gross. So I dig that. That's cool. But again, I'm going to take it out of the box. But yeah, the TV show, if you see it, let me know what you think of it. I think it's in the 2nd season now. But I'm going to go ahead and take them out of the box. And there you go. I like all the detailing in this one too. You can see like the restraints right there. That is pretty cool. I know that there's so many different variants as well. Like I feel like those eyes look like they glow in the dark, but I don't know if there's which ones have variants for. There's so many, and some of them go for like ridiculous prices. I remember people were asking like $200 for the Christmas Story Ralphie flocked Pink Nightmare one. I was like, are you crazy? Who would ever pay that much money for that? Like I remember, you know, they were going for like $20, and then all of a sudden it jumped up. And then next up, I already took this out of the packaging because I'm like talking. It's Pinhead from Hellraiser 3. They did this thing for the Child's Play one. It was Child's Play 2 for the Chucky one. So I guess there's some kind of licensing rights for certain editions. But yeah, Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. That's the Funko one. And I know there is a, I don't know if it's a, I think it might be a Hot Topic exclusive where Pinhead glows in the dark. And it's, for me, it's not Hellraiser or Pinhead without Doug Bradley. But I love the look of this one. I know the glow in the dark one has a slightly different look. Like I don't think he has the little cube right there too. So, laminate configuration. I know for the glow in the dark one, yeah, he's like, he has his arms like that kind of, which still looks cool, but I like the puzzle box. That's what I was looking for, the puzzle box. So I kind of dig the design of this one better because of that. But I like the detailing right there. But I do kind of want to get the glow in the dark one. But that is pretty awesome. So there's a bunch of Funko Pops. Yeah, let me know what Funko Pops you have, which one is your favorite, what ones you recommend me picking up too. But now here are the Blu-Rays. Thumbnail face. First up is Cut and Run, which I got from Code Red. I had to get this one. This is a personal favorite of mine. Love the heck out of this. This is from Ruggiero Deodato, of course, did Cannibal Holocaust, Jungle Holocaust. I've got Willie Ames in here too. Michael Berryman, The Hills Have Eyes. Very recognizable. I actually have a poster of this signed by Michael Berryman. And I know Willie Ames does a lot of conventions now, so I want to get him on that poster too for a Cut and Run. But yeah, this one, I love the heck out of this one. The jungle atmosphere. I love a lot of those like kind of 70s cannibal movies too. But yeah, they're looking for Willie Ames. I think it's like the boss's son. And they're trying to, there's like these murders and there's like a drug cartel going on down there. Michael Berryman is so creepy in this one. I love the ending of it where he pops up in the plane. But yeah, so awesome from Code Red. They're putting out a lot of great films coming up. And I already did the reversible artwork because I love that artwork right there. I'm not a huge fan of the newly commissioned artwork, honestly. I don't really dig that. But there we go. And it's a nice clear case. And then again, you have the disc artwork. And there is the newly commissioned artwork on the reverse side But I would have preferred that artwork for the slipcover. Yeah, I like that they do the newly commissioned artwork and stuff, but I'm just not a fan of that particular one. But Code Red, killing it with their upcoming release. So many ones I want to pick up coming up. But I love the heck out of this one from Rogerio Deodato. And then I picked up The Void, which is probably my favorite movie of 2017. This is kind of like a throwback to a lot of the old school horror movies. Definitely reminds me a bit of John Carpenter's The Thing. You got some really great practical effects, really creepy, really dark imagery. A lot of the use of the shadows and the looks of the creatures. This is just, to me, a modern horror classic. One of the best horror movies I've seen in a long time. And probably, like I said, my favorite movie of the year. Like, I haven't been blown away by a lot of movies this year. There's been a very, like, I see a lot of people putting stuff on their list for movies, for their top list. I couldn't put those movies on my, like, I don't think I've seen a ton of movies, a lot of the mainstream popular movies. And there's not enough of those movies that I could even make a top list for. So, I know usually right around this time, January, is when a lot of the movies from like other countries and indie films are starting to get a little bit more exposure. So I'm hoping to see some of those films so I can actually compile a top 10 2017 film list, because I just wouldn't be doing it justice otherwise. But yeah, The Void, love the heck out of this one. Super creepy. Would highly recommend the heck out of it. And this was actually relatively inexpensive. I think it was like 13 bucks on Amazon. So had to pick it up. Next up is Phoenix Forgotten. I heard so much buzz for this movie and then like nothing. I love alien invasion or alien abduction movies. Those are the ones that like freak me out the most, of like kind of subgenres. Killer dolls, creepy evil killer kids do as well. And I believe actually Code Red might be putting out Who Can Kill a Child, or maybe it was Kino. I can't remember who's doing Who Can Kill a Child, also known as Island of the Damned, which I prefer Island of the Damned way better as a title, but that's an all-time favorite of mine. Code Red might be doing it. I'm not 100% sure, or it's Kino, one of the two. But that just popped into my mind. But I guess Evil Killer Kids are one of the subgenres, but alien abduction ones creep me out the most. This is supposedly, based on a true events from 1997, where like thousands of people saw these lights in the Phoenix sky. And it's a found footage movie about these three friends who go looking in the desert, and it gets creepy towards the end. I like the ending a lot. I wish there was a little bit more to it. I like some of the special features on here too, and I was happy that this came with a slipcover. But I'm trying to cut down the collection. I'm trying to really, make it just the films that I can see myself watching again. And I just don't know if there's a lot of rewatch value here for me. I like the concept a lot. I like what they did towards the end of the movie, but they could have done more with it, and it just made me want a little bit more from the movie overall. So I'm probably not going to keep this one in my collection. Next up is 40 Days and 40 Nights. I love the heck out of this movie. Shannon Sossamon was one of my all-time celebrity crushes. She was my #1 celebrity crush for her like forever. I still think she looks good now. She's playing a lot of like mom roles and stuff like that. But she's done different TV shows and stuff. But this one, I got it from Amazon. It was through a merchant seller, but fulfilled through Amazon. But it's the Canadian version. If you can see right there, is like French writing, and it's a completely different cover. I hate this cover. The cover right here is I don't know, this cover to me looks like kind of flamboyant, honestly. It's just Josh Hartnett playing with his hair, and there's like some girls in the background and stuff. But on the American version, it's Shannon Sossamon and Josh Hartnett kind of like in an embrace. They're like kind of like holding each other. And it just looks better with both of them on the front cover. And yeah, she's just so freaking stunning. And then on the back, you get, French writing as well, because Canadian. But yeah, I hate that cover. I don't want to see the French text on there. So I actually wrote to them about, they're like, you can keep it and we'll give you a refund. I think it was like 7 something. So that was cool. So if anybody wants to do a trade for the Canadian version of 40 Days and 40 Nights, let me know. It plays in Region A players. If you don't mind the French text. I don't know, I'm just picky and I hate the cover. Next up is Menace to Society. I've been meaning to pick this one up for like ages. I think it was like $5. It's usually pretty cheap. If you like Boys in the Hood, those kind of movies, I would definitely recommend checking this out on. The same kind of like urban coming of age kind of movies. I want to see Jersey Drive and Strapped, I think, was another one. There's like a few different ones that don't have quite as much notoriety, but I think Strapped deserved Blu-ray releases. First Time Felon, which isn't the same kind of one, but popped up in my mind. That one deserves a Blu-ray release too with Omar Epps. But yeah, I would love to see Strapped, Jersey Drive. A few other ones get Blu-ray releases, but I would definitely recommend Menace to Society. Reminds me a lot of Boys in the Hood. If you like that one, I think you'll enjoy this one. Kind of plays out the same way. Great cast here too. It's from the Hughes brothers. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of recognizable people in here, including Jada Pinkett Smith, who's absolutely stunning. But you know, your Samuel L. Jackson's in here too. Basically, you know, drugs, living the life in the hood, and you know, it plays out how you know it's going to play out. But a classic. I think Boys in the Hood is a little bit more glossy and refined, essentially. But I dig them both. It's hard to choose one of the over the other. I think this one, I like this one a little bit more because I feel like it wasn't as popular. I don't know. I liked it before it was popular. Whatever. But anyways, next up is Good Morning Vietnam. This was on sale. There was a whole bunch of ones that were on good prices, so I picked this one. This was actually backordered, so it took a while. Like this just came. This is 25th anniversary edition of Good Morning Vietnam. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. One thing I don't like, I don't know if you probably can't tell, but the cover is like wrinkled. Sometimes Blu-rays come like the wrinkled. It's like the plastic is like, I don't know how to describe it. Like it almost looks like it's wet, but it's not. So that's kind of annoying. I might have to get like a Blu-ray replacement case for that. But I remember this being a really good performance from Robin Williams. He was like a DJ, and I guess his superiors like hate the way that he's, you know, joking, going over the top, and everybody else loves him. You know, dealing with Vietnam, and a very strong performance. Let me know what your favorite Robin Williams movie is. I think mine might be The Fisher King. I love that one. I love that Terry Gilliam. Next up is Family Man, which I've been meaning to pick this up for a while. Love the heck out of this one. There is another edition where it's a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. This is just the Blu-ray. I believe it has all the same special features. And there you go. But I didn't really care for the artwork that they had for the Blu-ray. It looked really cheap and like it was made on a printer. Like it looked terrible. This is a way better and more fitting front cover right here for the Family Man. Great, kind of like I believe it's set around Christmas time. Well, part of it's set around Christmas time too. It's been a while since I've seen this. I saw it in theaters. I loved it. Don Cheadle's in here, kind of like a kind of guardian angel role, but Jeremy Piven, Tay Leone, Nicolas Cage. I'm trying to remember who else. Music from Danny Elfman. It's a Brett Ratner film. Well, he's all in the news now for negative things. But really enjoyable film, family movie. Kind of like a It's a Wonderful Life with a twist. But I love the heck out of this one. Nicolas Cage does a great job in the role. Everybody plays their parts very well. But I would highly recommend this one. A good feel-good movie. Family movie. I believe it does. It's been a while, but I believe it has some Christmas aspects in here too. But next up is Free State of Jones. This is like $4.88 or something like that. So I had to pick it up. I haven't seen it. I believe it deals with like the Civil War, racism, slavery, stuff like that. Based on a true story. Matthew McConaughey. I feel like this one had a ton of buzz initially, and then just I didn't hear anything about it. So looking forward to checking it out. Next up is Bad Moms. I love a lot of the cast here. I love Kristen Bell. She's just, I don't know, to me she's like a little nerdy but gorgeous and quirky. I'm not a, Dax Shepard, I'm not a huge fan of him, but he must be doing something right to get her. You've got Jada Pinkett Smith, Christina Applegate, Anna Mamola, who is actually hilarious, Mila Kunis, Catherine Hahn, also funny. Catherine Hahn is really good too. But yeah, this is decently entertaining. This is another one where I'm not sure if I would rewatch it again. It has some funny scenes. It goes a bit over the top at times. It's basically just dealing with, you know, moms and their life, their struggle, and Mila Kunis is kind of going through like a separation, and she's dealing with her kids, and then like the PTA, there's the other moms right there, the head of the, you know, PTA and stuff like that, and they kind of clash with these moms that are kind of not as, you know, together, if you will, but, you know, obviously towards the end you find out different things, and Martha Stewart's in here. It's, you know, hijinks and craziness. Like I said, it goes a bit over the top at times, which I feel like most modern comedy movies, they try too hard sometimes, and I feel like this movie does it, and it just kind of peters out at a point. I think it's a decent movie. I don't think it has enough rewatchability factor for me. There's some funny scenes, but not enough funny scenes. It's a funny scene, and then you have to wait a while for another funny scene. It just, I don't know, I love the actresses here. I think they did a great job, but I think this is one that I'm probably going to get rid of as well. I think it was like $5, so, you know, and then I sold the digital copy for like, half that price, so it came up to like $250. That's the same thing for this one too. Like I sold a digital copy for like $250, so this was even less than $5. So I mean, it was like $488, and then taking that off. So yeah, you can't beat that for the price tags for some of these ones too with the digital copies. I don't use them, so I end up selling them. So those are all the Blu-rays I got, which I bought myself for Christmas. Usually my wish list for anything, Christmas, birthday, it's always usually movies. I have a ton of clothes, I have a ton of stuff, but you know, I was really surprised by these ones because these are amazing. These are some of my favorite things. And then Funkos, I don't have a ton of Funkos, but I love these Funkos. So look at that Hellraiser, it's so awesome, Pinhead. But yeah, this would be actually a hard one to get signed. In fact, no, I guess you could sign in the back there, but even though it is kind of, it would be hard to sign this one the way that it's set up with Pinhead. But I would love to get Doug Bradley to sign this somehow. I don't know how. It would hard to be because this part right here in the back is kind of like raises up. But yeah, I would love to get that signed up. I don't like having the sign up on the boxes, but I like getting the Funkos signed and stuff like that. So yeah, there's all kinds of cool goodies, and look forward to the, oh, here's other Code Red Cut and Run, which I would highly recommend. And Hot Cocoa Oreos, look forward to the food review for that. So all kinds of goodies right there, and here's a better thumbnail face, right? There you go. But yeah, let me know if you've seen the movies, what you think of them, and what was your favorite pickup from this lot. Obviously, it's got to be the elf poop, right? But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that stuff, whatever you celebrate. Let me know what you got for your, for Christmas, holidays, anything like that. Leave me a comment or video response down below. Hope everyone's doing well. Take care.